Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm gonna kind of upgrade, maybe do something a little bit more higher grade on this card for those who are brand new to this. This is still very simple, this is still very easy to do, but I think I've just said the same thing twice there, but it's it's still very easy and simple to do, but it's just a bit more layers, if you like, that we're adding to it. So I'll walk you through as we go as well. So I will put this little guy together first, I think. Actually, let's start with the card base. Let's start with the embossing. Let's get the embossing done. Right. So I have, just get myself a bit more organized. So I have a anti-static powder tool. I just keep it in a tub. I don't even know what this had in it, but if it was food, I washed it. And then I have some Distress embossing glaze in peeled paint. God. And I thought I'd just try this just to see if I could get this to somewhat work. So basically the leaf of it's a cherry, is one shade, but I didn't have enough of that cardstock to make one of the layers on the card, which is this one here. So this is I'm sure this is all Stampin' Up! Cardstock, and then the red isn't, I don't think, and then this sort of slightly darker green, we're going to kind of make them work together a bit better, because these two, I don't know, doesn't quite gel for me. It's almost like this is the wrong shade. But I'm going to work on this panel first. So this piece is 4 by about 2 inches, I think it was. So I'm making a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 inch card for this. So I have also got some Distress Oxide in peeled paint, which I'm going to try and help to bring the leaves in so it coordinates better. But anyway, we'll get there. So I am going to start with this stamp, which is from Stampin' Up! This is an old stamp from a long time ago called Brush Strokes. So it's just a cling mount stamp. In fact, I probably don't even, no, I don't even need to take it off there, but I will. And I'm just going to stick it to my mat. I just like the stripes, and I want the stripes to go this way on this cardstock, so I want it to go across like that, so that they're that way. So the first thing I'm going to do is anti-static, not on the stamp, anti-static me piece of cardstock, and then I need some Versamark, which I have somewhere. Versamark ink. Now this is a clear sticky ink. You could use a pigment ink or even an oxide, because it stays wet for longer, but depending what embossing powder you're putting over the top will depend on what colour you'll end up with. So if you don't have the glaze, I just thought this would be fun to try. If you don't have the glazes, then use a clear embossing powder, which is actually what I was going to go for, because you'll still get like a tone on tone thing going on here. I just thought I'd try this out, because why not? I have the products, so I may as well use them, right? Right, so I'm going to ink up that, and then we're just going to wing it carefully, because I wanted to go over the whole thing. I'm going to try not touch this with my hands where I've powdered. Put this into or onto this piece, and then just rub over the top. Now if I have, and of course I don't have anything near me, I was going to say, if you had a piece of like scrap paper or like a piece of copy paper, you could then lay that over the top here. As long as you don't move this, you'll be fine. And I'm just going to go around the edges. Oh, when I've moved it. But that's pretty cool. And then somewhat quickly. I'm going to get the glaze on it. It doesn't have to be perfect either. But it's always a bonus if it is. So what I will do is I will quickly heat set that. Oh, what's happened here? She said about it not being. I will quickly heat set this. So loud noises about to ensue. If I do this. So I'm just going to let this heat up for a second or two, and then I will heat it. Right, so I'll just let that cool off for a second, and I'll just get all this back in the jar. Now I happen to have these coffee filter things and they are really handy, although I do still tend to make a mess. But a piece of copy paper folded in half will act in the same way. You can do the same thing, kind of like a funnel thing going on. Right. Ugh. This feels horrible. Right, so we have our shiny thingy, and actually the peel paint over that looks really cool. But like I say, you could easily use a what am I trying to say? A clear embossing powder that will work just fine. Promise. Promise, I promise. So I think now we'll put this little guy together. So the image comes with 3 pieces. So you've got like the cheeks, the background piece, and then the cherry itself. I didn't like a black leaf, so I'm going to, and a couple of other pieces for the eyes. So if I just zoom you in, I'm actually going to finagle this. So I want this part to be black, but I don't want this to be black. So I'm actually going to, I cut this piece out twice. Sorry guys, my can't talk. Camera just died, so it basically overheated. Anyway, as I was saying, this cut comes with this main piece, this part which is the cherry part, so the black will show through his little eyelashes and mouth, and then the little cheeks. But I didn't like the black leaf, so I've cut this piece out twice, and I'm just going to finagle it. So I'm just going to cut along the edge of it, like so. This I can use for something else, if I need to, if I want to, I mean. And then I'm going to glue these little pieces together. So I think I'm just going to use some, this is Fabri-Tac, it's not the right glue for this, but I'm just going to go with it today. So I think what I'll do is I'll get the leaf on first, and in fact if I just add the glue to this part might be easier. Just getting it on there like so. And I do prefer wet adhesive because I just think it's kind of like instant, and it's, you don't have to faff with taking things off, and it's quicker on a video. But I do have some issues sometimes with it. No surprise there. So let's get this piece on. Like I say, this isn't normally meant for this Fabri-Tac. Isn't typically meant for I suppose paper and card, but it says you can use it on wood, so isn't that by default paper? I think. Yeah, wood, trims, leather, lace, glass, fabrics. So it works actually really quite well, so I'm fine with it. So let's get the cheeks on. And then I do have some other pieces. I have the eyes and the eyeballs. So we have, I don't know which way they're supposed to go now actually. I don't suppose it matters. Because there's little guides on here for the, like the eyeball part, if you know what I mean. Right. These weeny little pieces. If I can get hold of it. To go on there. So yay! Isn't that cute? I don't know if the eyeballs are actually in the right place. I just kind of stuck them on. But you could have him cross-eyed and everything. It'd be kind of funny. So there's my cherry. So to sort of coordinate a bit, I want to use the peeled paint. And the, although he'll look okay. Actually, I won't. Forget that. So I have not the same colour red as the cherry, but one that's very similar. And this is a piece that measures 8.5 by 4.25. So I'm going to score it at 4.25 to create a 4.25 by 4.25 size card at least. Oh. May as well use the adhesive while I'm there. And then I have this, I have forgotten one thing. So, what I want to do is add a bit of black ribbon, just because. So I'm going to stick this on first. And I'm also going to sort of give myself an idea of where I'm going to put my sentiment. So just in case, because I want to leave enough space for it. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So my sentiment, I think I'm going to have that kind of there-ish. Which way does this fit better? Doesn't really matter. and then he, she, it. Yeah, that's going to work like that. So yeah, I was just trying to figure things out in my head. Talk about flying by the seat of your pants. Right. And just grab a piece of ribbon. I'm going to get some regular tape. Just, even though there's tape on the back there, it may not, you know, totally fit round. I don't know if I want the spots or not. I feel like I want the spots there on top because there's the white of the eye and there's no other white anywhere else. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Look at me, like a donkey on the edge. And then I will just add a bit more tape just to secure that a bit more. Whoops. Now, I wouldn't normally mix patterns too much because I'm really not that good with them, but I just feel like this works pretty well. Is that even straight? I don't think it is. It's this side. It's a little wonky. Right, so I'm going to pop this about here. And then we're going to pop this onto the card base. I don't know about you guys, but it's really, really hot here now. I don't do heat. I don't do the sun. Basically a vampire. So this will show you again that this is a quick, simple, no fuss card. Just get this on here. Do I want it this way or this way? Very simple, but nice. I think it's going to turn out quite cute. And then I will use the oxide actually for my sentiment, which is, yeah, I was going to change my mind there, but no, I'm not going to. So this is from Fruit and Veggie Puns from My Pink Stamper. Again, long time ago. Long time ago. But super, super cute. Actually, is this too much green? Nah. Right, so I'm going to have about there. A cherry hello. Haha. So cute. And honestly, I don't even think I've used that stamp before. I've had it for a long time. Just clean my stamp while I'm there. And then I'm just going to pop that out. How simple is that? Easy peasy. Try not to throw anything on the desk this time. Most useful. That'll do. there you go. One very easy, well, they're all easy, but one very simple card with a bit of heat embossing, so it gives you a bit of extra texture in the background. A bit more complex maybe than the last two, but nothing too strenuous. So don't think that you can't do these things, because you can. I know you can. And yeah, it was interesting using the peeled paint here, so I like it. But like I say, you can use a clear instead. So I hope you've liked this, and I hope that you'll be back, and I will be back, of course. I'll speak to you soon. Bye!